Mechanic Dan here, and today we're going to talk about battery maintenance. There's several different types of batteries, AGMs, deep cycles. You just need to look at which kind you have and determine your charging preference. Now today we're going to be talking about the deep cycles in our auto scrubber right here. One of the most important things about charging is charging at the right time and charging the proper way. People think you can just hook the same volt charger up to it and they'll charge. Well, on some applications that's true, they'll charge, but you'll just diminish the life of your battery. You actually have to set your charger to a specific battery. There's deep cycles, AGMs, all different types, and several chargers are set up to where you can program them to charge to each different one. But if not, you have to get the specific charger for the battery. These right here are the deep cycles that go in an auto scrubber. Right off the bat, you want to remember, run it down, but don't run it dead. These deep cycles are made to be run down low, but if you run it dead, it really knocks the life out of it. And just like everything, batteries just aren't made the way they used to be. So be sure, don't kill it all the way. Make sure you charge it when it needs charged. And the proper amount of charging. Your charger should be regulated to where it'll kick off when it's charged, but just remember, always charge it before it gets dead. Another thing people like to do is short charge, short bursts of charge. That's even worse on a deep cycle battery. You want to, once it's plugged in and charging, I know you need to use it, but you want to charge those batteries all the way up. Don't get to it until it says it's completely charged, because those short bursts are worse for it than running it dead. Right off the bat, just remember, don't kill it too dead and don't use it till it's fully charged. Second is cleaning the terminals. It's really important cleaning the terminals, getting good connection. One thing I have to advise people on, and I've seen this happen so many times, and it happened to me as a young kid, these batteries will blow up. They have hydrogen in them, and not all of them are sealed. A lot of them will leak out hydrogen, and if you ever saw the Hindenburg, well, that's what the Hindenburg was full of, hydrogen. It can spark and blow up really easy. So when I clean these terminals, I make sure to use a brass brush. That way the brass and the lead on the terminals aren't going to create any type of spark whatsoever. Another thing I've seen people do is they'll put a brass brush in their drill. Well, that's all good and fine, but your drill commutator, if you look at any hand drill, the comms are going to spark on you. So if you get that close to the battery and you're cleaning your battery terminal, you're shooting out sparks out of your drill. I know it takes longer, but it's really best if you just do it by hand with a good brass brush. Saves you a lot of hassle. All right, another thing you need to remember, once you've cleaned these really well, be sure and put a good coating on there. We use the Napa battery terminal coating. Just any good coating works on it. They make the grease style, the spray-on style, and they're not that expensive, but they sure save you in the long run. When you go to take them back apart, they're not all corroded green, and you don't rot your studs off of there to where you can't get them off again. So use a good protectant on there. Last but not least, good ventilation when you charge it. When you set this thing up at night, plug it in, be sure and open it up. Get this thing a lot of air, because as that lead heats up, that hydrogen's gonna bubble, and that hydrogen's gonna come out somewhere. As it comes out in the air because it's a lot lighter than air. That's why they used it on the Hindenburg. But the problem is it's very explosive. So be sure and get really good ventilation. So the three things you want to worry about with battery maintenance: don't run it down too far, charge it properly to the right battery, clean your terminals really well, seal them up, and good ventilation when you're charging it. If you do all those, there's no reason this battery can't last you the complete life of the battery. So be careful when you're cleaning them. This has been Mechanic Dan for Runyon Surface Prep. Thank you.